All right, what's up, sports fans? Ryan Kostrowski here with the DFS 5-pack. So another good night of NBA basketball. Rockets tied that thing up, man. We got ourselves a series right there. It's still hard to choose anybody over Golden State, but I like the fact that we're at least making it close. This whole second round has been absolutely off the hook. We got a couple of series going again tonight, 2-2. Obviously, I was super happy that I was wrong about the Celtics winning yesterday. That's one of the fun parts about sports, and when you throw in fantasy sports and DFS, when you pick against your own team and you're wrong, like you can be happy about being wrong. So good night, man. They're just treating us. The NBA playoffs is treating us the second round because these games have been really, really good and really entertaining from a fan's perspective. So Bucks basically got this one on wrap, which means I am heavily tuned into tonight's game between Philly and the Raptors. I think the Raptors take this one at home. Series kind of flipped last time out. It's been back and forth. So I got the Raptors in this one, and then I'm going to pick the Nuggets. But, man, this has just been an awesome series. And, great credit to CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard and Jokic for just the pure entertainment that they've given us up. I appreciate that from those guys. Lifetime, monthly, annual, guys, it's all up on the website. You get, MLB only is just that, just baseball. But the other packages get you both sports. We got 2 sports going again today. Get your daily pass. You get both videos and both write-ups, just $5. Covers baseball and basketball. Hopefully you all shared in a good night last night. Keep moving on from there. If you're new to the station, guys, you want more videos, subscribe. It's the easiest way to get them. It's the easy way to keep track of the places that you watch on YouTube. And, of course, for you guys who give the thumbs up every day, it is much appreciated. Both Matt and I sincerely appreciate it. That helps spread us around YouTube and whatnot. So where are we going for plays tonight, guys? So I've been a Jamal Murray fan for a while. He's been a little bit up and down early in his career, which you should expect for a young man like this. But this dude is budding into a star right before our very eyes throughout this playoffs. 40-plus now in 3 or 4 games versus Portland as far as DFS points. He's not really getting any kind of a price bump, so he's still a nice value play. He covers up one of those guard spots for you. And it's crazy to think, like, you just go back a couple of weeks ago, how awful he was those first 7 quarters against San Antonio. And then he took over game 2 in the 4th quarter, and it's really been smooth sailing ever since then. So I'm a big Jamal Murray guy. I love his game. Him and Jokic play a ton of 2-man basketball in the playoffs. They're back at home tonight. This is a big game, man. I mean, I think we got 2 really important games tonight. I'm sure you guys understand that. When series are 2-2, whoever wins game 5 wins the series in an overwhelming amount of time. So I got my money on Denver tonight, and I think they're going to win. I think Jamal Murray is going to be a big part of it. All right, next up, Will the Thrill Barton. So I used him in that overtime game, and that was big because I was heavy on the other game that night. And so the fact that I had Will Barton at like no percentage was big because it kept me in the money in that game, which normally if you don't load up on the 4 overtime game, you're pretty much shit out of luck. But he was awesome. One of our viewers last time out, you were dead on. Coach Malone absolutely seems to have gotten his confidence back in Will Barton. I think the most important statistic of note is the fact that he played 30 minutes last game. And most of you guys know this because most of you guys are NBA fans. If you're playing this time of the year, you know you're NBA. Will Barton can play. This is not a scrub by any stretch of the imagination. He can handle the rock. He rebounds well for a guard. He's a good shooter. He's now 6 of 15 from 3 the last 2 games, which is 40%. But I can't go back to anything but the most important number right there, which is the 30 minutes he's playing. If Will Barton is going to play 30 minutes with confidence, he's going to be a valid DFS play. So I wouldn't go as far as to call him a must, but on a night where there's a couple of bigger money players that you probably want on your roster, Will Barton does make a lot of sense. All right, so speaking of guys that make a lot of sense that are big money players, it's Kawhi Leonard. So I ran a poll the other day on Twitter asking who the best player in the NBA was. And the 4 names I gave were Harden, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and LeBron James. And all 4 of those guys seem to be right up there. One of the guys I did consider that didn't quite make it because you can only do 4 people on Twitter is Kawhi Leonard. He's really reminding us early on in this playoffs that he is one of the best players in the NBA. And wherever he ends up next year, if it's back in Toronto or if it's with the Clippers or on a miracle chance he ends up with the Lakers, I doubt it. That team's going to get a major bump as far as what their expectations are going to be because this guy's just awesome. He's playing offense just incredibly well in this series. He's shooting at a really high percentage. We all know how great he is defensively. Look for Kawhi to be Kawhi night. Don't get worried about the couple extra 100 in price bump that he got because he's been crushing what you want out of him. That's 55.75 plus in 3 or 4 games. He had one game where he was a little bit off. I think he dropped about 43 DK points. And that was I believe he did next to nothing. No, that was a different game. Take it back. Either way, the dude's been basically bulletproof throughout the series, scoring it at a high level, rebounding and assists, steals, blocks, you name it. Kawhi is playing great right now. I want him on my squad tonight, Game 5 in Toronto. It's a big game for this series, and I expect Kawhi just to go out there and beat Kawhi. All right, next up. So we've talked about how there's a couple of big money players I'm sure people are interested in tonight, so you're going to need some cap savings. We've already mentioned Will Barton. Another guy who's a valid play. Again, I will not say that James Ennis III is a must. In no shape, way, or form is he a must. But I have enjoyed watching him improve progressively throughout the playoffs, becoming a bigger part of this Philadelphia team. The last couple of games, you can see the game log for yourself. He's very, very, I guess, fine if you need the cap savings. Not a guy that you set your lineups around, but if you want Kawhi on your team right there, you're going to have to find some cap savings somewhere. So I got James Ennis as a very valid play at either the 3 or the 4. Again, far from a must, but he's shooting the 3 ball all right, playing some decent defense, and he's getting up there. You can watch his minutes have progressed and continue to get better throughout the series. I expect him to give you, 14 to 24 DK points, somewhere in there. I would say that 19 is a basic guess, which is just fine off the salary of 3,600 if it allows you to build the rest of the lineup that you want. All right, guys, that's what I got for today. Best of luck tonight. We'll do some baseball information later. Appreciate you all watching it. Have a great day.